Hello everyone and welcome to Ants on a Vlog. Hope you enjoy. This video has taken me a long time to make because I've had a lot of editor problems, but I'm making a new Formicarium for my queenette who's soon to have her babies. You can kind of see the ant worker right there. So I went out and I bought this beta fish tank that has some fish food, the lid, and a stand because she needs an area to forage for food where her workers will go out once she has her first workers called Niantics. These workers are white their first couple hours they're born because they're turning into larvae, which is this worm, the pupae, which is some ants form cocoons, but you can kind of see in the first clip I showed how their structure is basically. So first, I took my tubing, my vinyl tubing, and traced around the hole, and I drilled that out because this was going to be where the nest was connected to this outer world area where they would hunt and receive their food that I would feed them every day. So after I got this main drill hole through here, I switched the drill bit and we continued to widen out the hole so it was big enough for the test tube to fit through. The plastic did melt all over the drill bit, so we did have to clean that off, but there is a lot of trial and error in these types of things that you usually don't see when other people do it. Did struggle trying to get this vinyl tubing in the hole. I got so angry that I accidentally cracked it a little at one point, but it doesn't, the crack is so small, it's barely noticeable, and the water can't flow through it, so I think we dodged a bullet on that one. But now, here's the best part. I got all my materials from my local pet store. I got this hermit crab sand, these golden decorative rocks, and my centerpiece, a fish tank bonsai tree. So, to start this design, I poured in this white sand that I thought would look really good as a contrast to the ants, which are darker colors. I believe these ants are kind of this darkish red color, which will be a really, really good color against the sand that will provide a really cool photo opportunities for me to show you guys on the future of my channel. So I kind of molded the sand into this shape I wanted it to be that I thought would be good for the ants. And I chose sand over gravel and everything else because I wanted it to be dry so that the ants wouldn't burrow in it and that they would live in the nest that I provided for them, but I didn't want it to be like gravel where they could hide under it and we would have a hard time seeing them. So then I proceeded to place the tree in here, which I wanted to provide a little focal point of this, not only for the viewers, but also, for the ants. So it could give them a little thing to climb on and something to do rather than just walk around on the empty sand. So I kind of sifted the sand to give it a little more balanced out look here. And I placed it back onto the pedestal. But I also bought these golden rocks. I chose the gold ones because I made sure all of these were non-chemicals, because I didn't want the ants to experience anything where they could, possibly have these toxins that could kill them. And I also wanted them to be completely safe, so I washed all the tree and everything before doing this, and I kind of just scattered the rocks around. I thought they would look really good against the sand and also provide a little unique terrain for the ants, getting the best of both worlds, a little gravel and a little sand. Overall, this was really it was really fun for me to do. The only thing that I think will be a better experience for me in ant keeping than designing these outworlds is actually seeing the ants move into them, which will be the second part of this video. My queen ant has not had her workers develop yet, which are her Niantics, her first couple workers. They have not actually turned into ants. They're still developing, but they're extremely close, and as soon as that happens, I promise I'll get back to you guys on a video of them moving into their new setup here. This setup does need a name, so if you guys have any recommendations, I absolutely suck at these names here. But, I'm overall happy with how it came out. It looks very nice here. It was really fun to make, and I really, really, really am satisfied with how I made this. I like the colors and how the tree contrasts with the rocks and the sand. So basically a rundown of how next video is going to work and how the ants are move in is this here, this tubing will connect to their test tube that will be their nest, which will lead into this container here. We do need to fortify the lids so they don't escape, because we wouldn't want that happening. And then this second one over here will be if I need to add any extra space for nesting, or in case, I just need to clear out their test tube and have them switch from one to the other. But, it's pretty functional. It's elevated as well, which helps from invaders and just like, the flow in general. And I'm really, really liking this. Stay tuned for next video, guys. I'm sorry this took so long. I had a lot of problems with my editor, but in all, it was worth it, and I enjoyed making this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2.